Hello everyone, welcome back to Jus de Rose and welcome back to a monthly favorites video. Last month I talked about my monthly favorites, which of course included fragrance, but I also included some other things like fashion, candles, some beauty, and the response was great, so I'm gonna make this a monthly thing. So welcome to my November favorites. Also, I wanted to mention that for the first time ever, I am not wearing a red lip on this channel. I'm wearing a nude. I'm feeling like a clean girl aesthetic today, and therefore I'm wearing a nudie lip color. So it might be a bit surprising because it's the first time that you'll see me with a nude lip here on YouTube. But anyways, let's get straight into my favorites when it comes to fragrances for this month. Now, what I like to do every week at the start of every week is change my fragrance rotation. And like that, I can really make the most out of my perfume collection and I can use it properly rather than having dust just piling up on the fragrances that I don't use. So, like that, I discover new fragrances and new favorites, and for this month, I have three. So the first one is Bouquet Encore by L'Orchestre Parfum. And I've talked about this fragrance in my everyday fragrance recommendations for women video. I will link it down below if you're interested in this list and also in this fragrance. But essentially, Bouquet Encore is a beautiful tuberose white floral scent. It's like a bubblegum like tuberose. So if you like fragrances such as My Way by Armani, or Givenchy L'Interdit, or even Voce Viva, like those type of white florals, and you want to take it a step further and like elevate your game, this is the perfume that you need to add to your collection. I've already created a little dent in it from wearing it this month. It is beautiful, and I have received compliments when wearing this fragrance. I just love it when people tell me I smell good. Call me a little bit obsessive when it comes to fragrances, but it's always nice to get a compliment or two when you wear perfume, and this one certainly has pulled a few compliments my way. So, a bubblegummy type tuberose. So what I mean by bubblegummy is like a sweet tuberose. There's also a big dose of spice here, and I believe it's Szechuan pepper. So it has like a spicy, white floral dimension that is sweet, it's feminine, it's sexy. This is a fragrance I've seen myself reach out more in the evenings when I just want to smell good and very feminine. So that is Bouquet Encore by L'Orchestre Parfum. Another fragrance that I've been really obsessing over is the fragrance from Nihilo called Brompton Immortals. This is a little travel spray. It is exclusive to Harrods, and that is where I discovered it. I often shop on the 6th floor at the Salon Parfum, which is, by the way, the best way to shop fragrances at Harrods because there is no one and everyone is super nice. I mean, the staff is super nice on the 6th floor, and it feels like a very personalized experience. So if you haven't gone to the Salon Parfum, I highly recommend you do. But Ex Nihilo have a shop there, and so I frequently go to check out the novelty and spray the fragrances, and this is where I discovered Brompton Immortals. Oh my goodness, this perfume is perfection when it comes to a musky rose scent. So I would say it's like rose dominant with some musks, some amber in the base as well. It is so intoxicating, and I recommended this fragrance in another video where I mentioned that if you like Baccarat Rouge type fragrances, you would enjoy this perfume as well. They're not dupes, they're not the same fragrances, but they have the same magnetizing and intoxicating feeling about it. So yeah, velvety rose enveloped in some musks. There's a bit of sweetness. I can't quite put my finger on the sweetness, perhaps like a fruity sweetness, if you will, but it's just perfectly balanced, and this is the type of fragrance I would recommend for a black tie event. Not that I've had a black tie event this month, but I just wanted to feel extra fancy when I was going out, and so this is the one on top of Bouquet Encore that I reached out for the most in the evenings. And the final fragrance that I've been really enjoying this month of November is Vita by Memoize. If you love lactonic, milky fragrances, you need to get your nose on this scent because it is just that, an ultra milky, woody, spicy fragrance. You got the cardamom, and if you've been watching my channel, you know how obsessed I am with the spice. Cardamom, vanilla, some sandalwood, a milky lactonic nuance. Oh my gosh, this is so cozy. A great daytime fragrance. if it's like very cold and you just want to feel like really cozy and warm and toasty, this is the fragrance that I've been reaching out for with like a chunky sweater. Yeah, this is it for me in the daytime. It's also a new release from Memoirs, and if you don't know the brand, Memoirs is a British niche brand, and they have like a full collection called the Color Collection, I believe, and this is one of the fragrances within the Color Collection, and my favorite, and definitely one I invite you to check out if you're into your lactonic scents. For this month, I have a few beauty favorites, and I'm a little bit late to the game because when it comes to setting powders, I have never owned any up until like 2 months ago. So, very late to the game, and this is a super popular one, so you probably have already heard about it. It is the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, the Translucent Loose Setting Powder. And I wanted to get something like this for my under eye area because my concealer creases quite easily. And on top of that, I have more wrinkles than I did before, and my foundation and concealer loves to seep into the little fine lines around my eyes. And so this has helped tremendously to avoid creasing. I still get some a little bit, but it has helped tremendously. And I also like to apply this on the top of my forehead, so like my T-zone area, so forehead and also my chin, so I don't look like a shining disco ball all day. So really loving this setting powder. Then as far as face products go, I have just finished my favorite foundation and I bought it again. It is the Lumene Invisible Illumination Instant Glow Fresh Skin Tint. And what I like about this foundation, and any foundation in particular, is one that is super lightweight. I don't like high coverage foundations. I don't like the feeling that I have something on my face. And this feels amazing. It's like super lightweight, and also when you apply it, it has a cooling effect. So the consistency, well, there you go. I haven't even opened it yet because I literally just threw away my finished jar, but let me see if I can show you a little bit. So here we go. This is what it looks like. It's like, yeah, a gel like cream consistency that immediately sinks into the skin and it gives you a beautiful glow. I also like that about foundations. I like foundations that give you a dewy finish as opposed to a matte finish. I just find that it makes me look healthier and better. So really loving this. And the one that I have is in Universal Dark. The only issue with this foundation is that there's not that many shades. And if you don't know, Lumene is a Finnish skincare makeup brand. And I find that the skin tones here are more on the lighter and fair side. So there's not a huge amount of choice. There's a little bit of a darker one, but that is it. That is as dark as it goes. Otherwise, when it comes to fair skin tones, you have, I think, 2 or 3 more. So not a huge shade range, but if you can find it in your shade, trust me on it, and you like illuminating, dewy finishes, this is a really, really nice foundation to try. And then the other makeup item that I've been enjoying and I've been asked to share with you is my nail polish colors. I feel like my nails get a lot of attention on this channel because I do a lot of B-roll of my fragrances and my fingers are always showing. So the nail color that I've been wearing the most this month is called Vanity Forest by Essie, and I'm like an Essie ambassador. No, I'm not. They're not paying me to say this, but literally all of my nail polishes are from Essie, like 95% of them, and then the remaining 5 is like an OPI here or like a Kiko there, but mainly Essie. I find them they're such good quality and they last a really long time on my nails. Vanity Forest, here I have 3 coats plus like a clear top coat. So I would do 3 coats and it's like a soft pinky nude color. There's a little bit of shimmer in there, but ever so slightly. You don't really notice it. It's just like a soft pinky color that's very natural, easy to wear, and doesn't chip as well, so that's great. If I'm feeling lazy and I want to like pop on some some nail color really quickly, this is the one that I've been grabbing for a lot this month. I have one skincare item, and I don't think I've spoken about any skincare products on this channel, a little bit on Instagram, but on rare occasions. And I wanted to talk about this product because if you're like me, and you suffer from like a bit of a dehydrated skin, I find that this product is really good and has worked very well for me. It is the Dr.Jart mask. I mean, it looks a little crazy here, and you will look crazy when you apply it, but it's the Dr.Jart Cryo Rubber with moisturizing hyaluronic acid. And what is cool about this mask, not just the fact that you look like a crazy person, but the fact that there's an ampule that goes with it. So this here is a sort of a gel, like a thick kind of gel that you apply before putting the mask on. And there's a lot of product in there, so you can really like slather in onto your neck area as well. And then you apply this jelly-like mask, and it's super cooling. I love the way that it feels on the skin, especially if you want some hydration. I want something that feels cooling and soothing on the skin, and that's exactly what this mask does. But it also has some serum in it, so it's you have serum plus this ampule, and you put it on for 30 to 40 minutes, and the skin feels amazing afterwards. I usually do this at night. Then on top of that, I will apply my serum and night cream, and then the next morning I wake up with super hydrated skin. So this is a really great product in my opinion. Dr.Jart, the Cryo Rubber Moisturizing Hyaluronic Acid Mask. Next, I wanted to share with you something a bit different. This is a book favorite, and I'm not one who reads a ton of books, but when I read books, either I go for something that will make me dream, like something medieval, where there's like castles and knights and that kind of stuff, or something that is really practical that I'm gonna learn from. And this time round, I found, I think it was like via Instagram targeting, like these Instagram ads are really good, because I found out about this book called Glucose Revolution. Now, I struggle with sugar, and I haven't shared this on my channel before, a little bit on Instagram again, but it's very personal to me. I struggle big time with sugar, and I have a sugar addiction. I eat a lot of sugar. It's uncontrollable. Like if there is a pack of biscuits in my house, it needs to be finished. It won't last a few hours if I find the biscuits, and it's something that I'm not massively proud of. It's something that I'm struggling with, and I know is terrible for my health. I can see it like in my skin. I've been getting, you know, more wrinkles than I guess someone who wouldn't be consuming as much sugar as I do. My skin is dehydrated. I feel tired, lethargic. I have mood swings. Like, it's not the easiest thing to manage, but I kind of wanted to tackle it and see if there's something that I could do. I've never done any diets before. These things don't work, and I also don't want to restrict myself. Like, I just need to maybe have a shift in mindset when it comes to sweet things. And that's certainly something that I had experienced when I saw a documentary about sodas, and I saw the amount of sugar that they put on sodas, and that traumatized me. And I never, or very rarely, I might have like 3 cans of soda a year. That is like how much that documentary traumatized me. So I thought, okay, I'll get this book and see if it has a similar impact on me, where I can learn something about sugar. And surely enough, this book really is eye-opening when it comes to understanding the way that sugar works, and also the way that you're eating certain things. Now, I am no nutritional expert. I did study science at university, but this isn't my area of expertise. And it's just really basic things like eating your food in a specific order that can reduce your blood sugar. And that is the whole idea around this book, is to reduce the frequency of the peaks. So overall, your peaks around blood sugar are lower versus before, and just switching up the order in which you eat food can dramatically affect that. So I'm testing this theory out. I thought it was very well written. I still have a little bit to go. It's very easy, digestible information, and it makes science fun. So if you struggle with sugar like I do, I recommend you check out this book, Glucose Revolution. It is a fantastic read. Next up, we have some other scented pieces, and this time candles. I adore candles and love sharing my recommendations with you. So the first one is by Les Senteurs. It is called L'Île au Trésor. Oh my gosh, this fragrance is so cozy, so freaking amazing. It actually reminds me of a fragrance by ex Nihilo that I have as well, which is called Atlas Fever, which is a beautiful lactonic, milky, spicy, woody scent. And this is basically what this candle smells like. There's a lot of woods. I think there's Gaiac wood in here, some vanilla and spices. This smells really great, really, really great, and is nice when it's just pouring rain outside. It feels super cozy, and it has a really great diffusion as well, so it smells very strong. I love candles that are super strong so I can really smell them. And yeah, so if you like milky, spicy, woody scents, this is a really nice one to try. Now I went to a Jo Loves Christmas fragrance event. Very festive, it was super fun, and I discovered one of the coolest ideas when it comes to candles. Now, Jo Malone is the creator behind Jo Loves, and she sold her Jo Malone brand to Estee Lauder companies years ago and then started a new brand called Jo Loves. And I find that she is such an innovator and pioneer in the fragrance industry. She's like, it's incredible with the ideas that she comes up with. And I remember when I first went into the Jo Loves boutique many, many years ago, she had a service called a candle shot. And it was basically, you could select a type of scented wax and you could add a shot on top of another scent. So basically like layering in candles to create your own customized candle. And I thought that was genius. And I think she patented the technology because literally it was like a little shot, like a wax shot going into the main candle, and then they, I don't know, did something so that everything is glued together. But anyways, that was ingenious. And then when I was at this event, this Christmas event, there is a Christmas candle. It's actually called their Christmas Layered Candle, which is basically 3 different scents in one to experience Christmas as Jo Malone experiences Christmas. So let me explain. I think this is so ingenious and so cool, and also the candle smells so, so nice. So there is a first layer which smells of pine needles. So think about a Christmas tree, that woody, resinous freshness of pine needles. That's what you're gonna get when you first burn the candle. And then as you continue to burn the candle, there's gonna be like a sweet berry feeling, which blends with that woody pine note as well. So it is like a plum pudding layer. And then after that, which I haven't yet gone to because I'm trying to save this for the festive season because it smells so good. After the plum layer, you have a layer of like woods and smoky woods. Like imagine you're like by a crackling fireplace. So actually this candle tells a story of a day during Christmas. So you have the Christmas tree, you're eating some pudding, and then you end the day by a crackling fireplace. So this is what this candle is meant to deliver, and it really doesn't disappoint. It smells really beautiful. I mean, Jo Malone, I love the way that she does candles and also the way her brain works when it comes to fragrances. And this is a beautiful, beautiful gift to give someone for Christmas, but also for yourself. And it certainly puts me into the festive spirit. And the final items I wanted to share with you are fashion related. I have been wearing a lot of blazers this past month, and specifically 2, because there's been a lot of things to go to, some events, and it just dresses up the whole look, especially since I can't wear heels because my foot is now no longer broken, but still hurts. So all I can wear is white sneakers, and I want to look a little bit more professional and polished, so that's why I grabbed my blazers. The first one, which you would have probably seen on Instagram, is this gorgeous blue blazer from Zara. Oh my goodness, this was such a steal. I got it on sale. It was 50% off. I can't even remember how much it was, but it was really affordable. It's slightly oversized, but then you have like the gold buttons here. It's so chic. I love it. It's giving me like an equestrian, chic equestrian off-duty vibe. And then the second blazer is a beige one from Reiss. And so here the buttons are I'm gonna say, yeah, a black color. You also have some detailing here on the sleeves, really structured, and I like the way that this is cut out. I am no fashion pro, so I don't even know these terms, but just bear with me. This looks good. The tailoring is impeccable. It goes into the waist like this, and I find that Reiss do some really nice some nice blazers, and at least for me it just suits my morphology, my body shape. And yeah, So that is it for this month's favorites. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, spread the fragrant love.